This is a piece of video evidence of a homeless, degenerate junkie lighting a fire in Los Angeles.
Sure. So we heard a lot of screaming coming from outside, and these two gentlemen were very heated in their exchange. And so we stepped outside to see what was happening. And the first thing we noticed is one of the men is holding a blowtorch.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have an important piece of information for you. It turns out now, according to ICE sources, Immigration and Border Control Forces, the man in the viral video being subdued by the residents and arrested by police with a blowtorch near the Kenneth Fire in Wesley Hills is an illegal alien from Mexico.
We brought this video to you yesterday. As you can see, that man who was holding a blowtorch was walking around a neighborhood when neighbors did approach him. This is, of course, over in Los Angeles County, and it appeared that he was trying to light different materials on fire. Eventually, all the neighbors show up, they take him to the ground, and then they do take him into custody as police arrive there. Now, we do know that he was arrested. However, he has not been charged in connection with any arsons at last check. Investigators saying they charged him with some other unrelated charges. But again, you can see the video there as he was approached by these neighbors who were paying attention and saw that he was holding a blowtorch and trying to light things on fire as they are dealing with all of these wildfires in the area. I do want to bring in Chris and Kim Sumner. Now, you're going to notice on the top right-hand side of your screen there, it does say the video is from Chris. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us here and discuss this just a little bit further.
Sure, no problem.
No problem.
All right, so first off, I have to ask, what I'm going to do is pop up the video itself so folks can get a better look at it. Can you explain to me, and you'll see it in a second, essentially what we are looking at?
Sure. So we heard a lot of screaming coming from outside, and these two gentlemen were very heated in their exchange. And so we stepped outside to see what was happening. And the first thing we noticed is one of the men is holding a blowtorch. And the other man is like, he's trying to start a fire. He just tried to start a fire.
Call 911.
Yeah. And so we're trying to figure out, all right, what's happening? What's going on? Why is this guy walking around with a blowtorch? And he does not, I'm like, when we first stepped outside, we were like, hey man, just set the blowtorch down and let's figure out what's happening. And like, he was not going to set the blowtorch down no matter what. And it wasn't going to happen. And we're like, hey, let's figure out what's happening. Put the blowtorch down. We can all talk. Let's figure this out. And it wasn't happening. He just did not want to set the blowtorch down. The other gentleman had already said he tried to start another fire. And then another gentleman came up the hill and said, yes, he just tried to start another fire at my place. And so we're like, all right, you got to stop. And so we basically dialed 911 and waited for the police to show up to discuss further.
When you have the neighbors all coming together there, you see everyone come together and do what they can to essentially hold this guy until police get there, because there is a chance that he could have taken off running. What did it mean to see all of the neighbors kind of come together here?
I mean, that's the upside of the crisis is you get everyone kind of coming together and trying to watch out for your friends and your neighbors and work as a team and try to keep your children, your family safe.
And at this point, we know that there are still 4 active wildfires that are burning there in Los Angeles County.
You can see these massive blazes. They have been posted by very credible people like Andrew Huberman, Henry Winkler, the famous actor, people who live in LA, all around the county are posting videos of burning dumpsters, burning trees, people setting fires ablaze. Maybe they're just homeless transient junkies. Maybe this is eco-terrorism. We're not exactly sure. It's probably important to understand why the fires are starting and also how to combat them. I think both of those things are very important questions, but nonetheless, clearly some of the fires in Los Angeles are arson. Well, we know as a matter of fact that at least one person has been charged with arson now after being caught setting blazes in Los Angeles with a flamethrower, suspected to starting fire in Los Angeles as blaze persists. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have an important piece of information for you. It turns out now, according to ICE sources, Immigration and Border Control Forces, the man in the viral video being subdued by the residents and arrested by police with a blowtorch near the Kenneth Fire in Wesley Hills is an illegal alien from Mexico named Juan Manuel Serrera. He's in custody with a probation violation and has not been charged with arson. I'm told ICE will place a detainer request on him with the LA County Sheriff's Department, but they do not expect it to be honored due to California's sanctuary state law. I'm told Sierra Leva will have a court appearance tomorrow. Again, he has not been charged with arson and is in custody for probation violation at the moment.